Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Blox Fruits series. We're picking up where we left off, right at this. And as you know, as we always start this off with getting our fruit. We have ghosts so far. We, still can't fly. Yeah, we think we're not, we have reached level 83. We're at the desert island right now on the later side with the harder enemies. And yeah. Now I was thinking about doing another series. Sometime. Oh no, is that that's a pain fruit user, it sounds like. Turn? Chip? Oh no. Is it chasing me? I think so. Maybe? No? Well, that's not a pain fruit, that's a smoke user. Also, we got diamond last time we did this. So we're gonna see how much it costs this time. We're almost there to get blackleg though. You probably save up, but hell is that? Is that pain fruit? $73,000. Didn't go up that much. Let's see what we get. Please be good. Please be good. Is flame good? You know it's Ace's fruit. I wonder. Let me look this up. Like always, we have to check the Blox Fruit wiki. Well, I always do, rather than testing them out, so I don't actually get rid of a good fruit. Let me see. Flame. Can't M1. Does it have an awakening? It does. Yeah, Elemental Reflex. All moves are multi-target, low mastery requirements. Easy to awaken, decent damage. AoE, great large AoE. Firefly generally useful for mobility, but although slow. Ooh. That doesn't sound too good, actually. Is it better than Ghost, I wonder? Is there a Blox Fruits tier list? Let me see this. Bloxfruit.com. Tier list. S tier. Dragon Doe, Buddha, Mammoth Gas, Kitsune, Yeti, Leopard, T-Rex. Makes sense. A tier. Yep, no fruits we have. Ice, Blizzard, Phoenix, Magma, Light, Portal, Sound Control, Shadow, Spirit, Rumble, Venom, Spider, and Flame. Oh no, Flame is there. It is A tier. B tier. Where is Ghost? Did I miss it? Oh, they call it Revive. Oh, that might be like the old, how it used to be called. Is there a tier list like on the site? No, just the rarities. So yeah, it says it's C tier. So I think that means we should eat this. Goes with Flame. Yep. Alright, we got Flame. That seems actually a lot better. Oh, someone is here. What? That means you just grind here. It's probably not gonna be as good, but actually, yeah, it seems to be doing more damage. Yeah, Fireflight's at level 10 too, and Burning West at level 25, so it's a lot easier to level this one up. And this one actually has an awakening. I don't think Ghost has an awakening. I'd say it's as fast as like a regular boat. But yeah, I hope we're off this island soon enough. Probably not. Wait, can they even hit me? No, they can't. Another bonus we get by using Flame is that we have elemental resistance, which means if we're a certain level over, or amount of level over, we just don't take damage from them. Boom, level 100 for Blox Fruit 2. Yeah, we're probably gonna be... But we're not getting a level per quest though now. Actually, you know what that means then? Refreshing. No, I need a... This one. Here we go. There should be hopefully no one here. Not probably less interesting stuff happening, but yeah, with the islands like this, all you have to do is just like basically get like even like a one level over, and you can't even get hit usually. We also don't have any like items. Usually sometimes bosses can drop items that can actually boost us up. Like I know Whitebeard can drop his cloak. Well, who else can drop stuff? I think every single boss can drop at least something. Except for like the earlier bosses, but like the world bosses, they definitely do. Firefly doesn't actually do any damage. But this fruit can at least awaken. And, has a very cheap flight, which we already got. I think the next island is gonna come up at level 100. Flight has a really long cooldown, though. Too bad I can't M1. What am I doing? Supposed to... Burning Blast. Okay, that's actually gonna do more damage too. That's perfect. You're at level 25 Master, you already got a second move. And plus, this one being able to awaken is very good for me. Because as soon as we get to second C, I think around second, like, we can almost, like, instantly do raids. We probably have to level up a little bit more before we start doing them, but we can, like, most instantly awaken. Also, I love having 2 attacks now. It's gonna make it way easier to guarantee the kill with this. Okay, now, it would technically be smarter to put it in defense so we get more health. But if we put it in Blox Fruit, we'll do more damage later on. Now, that was probably a bad decision. I'll put it in health. Next time we'll do other thing. We'll put it in health because we shouldn't have all our fruit in one basket. I mean, we can. But that's going to be a horrible challenge. Because you would have, like, no health except by trying to get some specific items. Which sounds horrible. So all this stuff takes up energy, too. Not much I thought, it's just... When you start pushing them back to back, I think they just start taking up a lot more energy. Which is kind of why I wanted Buddha so early, is because you don't need any in Blox Fruit then, so you can just focus on strength and health. But us getting Buddha is not very common, especially if it's after like one fruit. Well, okay, if it's in stock, it only costs 1 point. What am I looking for? Yeah, it costs like 1.2 mil. So, if that's the case, 1 million is not hard to get in Blox Fruits, at least later on. Right now, though, it's a bit of a problem. It's like a bit of a problem. But as soon as we get to like second C, and like very like second C enough, like not even like late second C, either like mid second C, we usually can be able to afford at least one. We just have to be lucky enough that they're in stock. That's it. Because it's legendary, it's going to not be as commonly in stock. But if it ever is, and we have 1.2 mil, it's like an easy grab. Because I forgot, is there a way to refund points without Robux? Stat reset. Okay, you can buy one from Blockster in second and third C for 2.5k fragments. Okay. Codes we're not using because I want this to be done for everybody. Like I said, this challenge is supposed to be done so you can, almost anybody can do it, really. So, using codes kind of defeats that whole purpose. This is why I don't like people using codes in challenge runs on Roblox or certain games, because it's just like, it kind of undermines it. Ghost event, Christmas event, yeah, we're not focused on that, though. They can't do those. Okay, so yeah, we can get it in second and third C, so it's not too bad. And around second and third C, we would be doing Buddha. There's a high chance we would have Buddha. Now, the real question is, will we switch automatically to Buddha as soon as we get it? Basically, yes. There is no reason, basically, not to have Buddha automatically on. Buddha is that strong. Because it's kind of just like a free punching bag. Because not only do you get a lot of health, because it's just... I'm pretty sure you get health with transformation too. You also, your dashes are, are scaled with you. I think. And usually because you have so much health and you can cross so quickly, you usually don't even need a boat. You can just cross with it. Which is nice. You see, light's also that good, but it's not in the opposite way. Basically, you can put stuff in Blox Fruit, and your M1 damage will go up. So you don't have to worry about, like, having, like, an extra combat thing. You can just, basically, you can just use light, and that's it, because it has an M1 built in. It also has Awakening. It's also it's one of my favorite fruit, but it's worse than Buddha. It's easily worse than Buddha. Because Buddha, if you get Geppo, you can just jump up to the light person and just punch him. Because like I said, all you don't even need to put anything in Blox Fruits. You can just have everything in a strength and defense, and that's all you need. But obviously, if we get something like, like Dragon, though, it's gonna be insane. Now, I'm not betting we're getting Dragon at all. It's probably not gonna happen. I'm hoping it doesn't happen because this is not my main profile. I don't even have Dragon on my main profile. Which is why I'm hoping we're just getting these common fruits like cheap fruits like Flame, Smoke, Ghost. How much is Ghost even? Yeah, Ghost is 940,000. And Buddha's 1.2 mil. Which, like I said before... Oh, Frozen Village is already here. Which, like I said before, though, it's that, Buddha, since it's only 1.2 mil, you usually can get that pretty quick, especially in, like, your, like, late second, early third. It's not that hard. Well, you'll need it in second C, kind of. But it's also why everyone kind of likes it. It's because it's good for, like, everything, because of how it's like that. But yeah, like I said, no trading, though. But you can, but I think the shop also is used for everybody, so if it's open for someone else, it can be probably open for you. So it's not like it's completely biased like that. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer to that 150k to get a Blackleg. Now, the problem with that, though, is that we're going to be splitting Mastery, which is why I think we should focus on Blackleg first, because Blackleg, well, kind of. Okay, here's the thing. Blackleg, can M1. All fighting styles, I'm pretty sure, can M1, like, without a doubt. But there's also another person we have to worry about getting now. Ability Teacher, Aura. Air Jump, yep. You see, now we have to spend everything, like, on this, because this is just... Is Flash Step important? I never used Flash Step that much. It might be important. But you see, now we're going to be... This is just better. At least Aura. I think we can now focus on Black Step now, though. Because... Aura is really important. Because this is our hockey. In last episode, if you listened to what I was talking about, you should know. Basically, there's going to be different stages. First, it's just like, It's just like on the arms below. Then it's the whole arm. Then it's the legs. Well, it might be the body next, then the legs, then the head is the final one. And this is for 60k, yeah. But yeah, this is why, you see how our damage went up like by 3 if I turn this off? 45, turn it back on, 48. So as we do this though, it will increase slowly and slowly. Who's on here? 1.3 mil is the highest it looks like. Okay, we're neutral? No, yeah, it's just 1.3. Well, yeah, every single one hit gets 1 point. Aura will slowly increase with each point, so it will progress on certain like point checkpoints. If I look up Aura, let me see here. Yeah. Damage any enemies will have an aura character, including NPCs, players, and bosses using any sword, gun, or fighting style. This does not work with Blox Fruits, including fruit swords, and then which does light spear. Getting hit while active does not work if the user has elemental reflex, though. So basically, if we reflex, it won't actually work. Through 5 stages, each supplies visually changes buffs of the ability. However, it will not notify the player when it progresses. Basically, 0 XP, which we have now, is lower arms / legs. I think it depends if you have a black leg or not. Then the next one is going to be full arms / legs, depending which one you go for. Then it's going to be full arms / legs and half torso. But yeah, but the next upgrade is at 4,000 XP. So after 4,000 hits, we'll have the next stage of hockey, which will increase our damage, because base, aura is 10% plus 10% damage. This will bring our total damage boost up to 21%. Now this only works for non-fruit attacks though. This is why Buddha is also so strong, is because it gets the hockey boost, because it's all physical punches. So basically that's why aura is good if you like are, because we're gonna be going through fighting style. We're gonna be using, hopefully try to get Buddha. That's our main goal, is hopefully trying to get Buddha, but we're not gonna focus on it right now until we get to second C. There's no reason to focus on it right now until we get to second C. Because you don't usually make enough money to even get to a mill inside first C. If you do, that's usually because you don't have anything to spend it on. But then again, there's the gotcha. Every 2 hours you can do it. In first scripts like this, you see kill 7 snow bandits, you only get 5,000 money. You do get 90,000 EXP though, which will guarantee a level each time at least. Snowman, yeah, is at level 100. I forgot what the max level was. Was it 2,750? Was that the max level? I forgot. I think it says it on the description. Well, in the description, I should say. Yeah, let me close this though, so I don't like. Oh, a new player? Oh, this stuff isn't loaded in yet. Anyway. Well, you see, when we get our style, though, because we're trying to level up, though, we'll be getting a lot of EXP with it. Which is also why putting stat points into attack is good for energy. But you don't need it as much because you have Aura. Aura is a lot more slower to upgrade, obviously, but since you have Aura, you kind of get like a passive upgrade to your damage. Well, stage 2 just increases your damage resistance. And then 3 is also damage resistance. 4 is damage resistance. And 5 is damage resistance. So so you only get up to like a 21% damage boost at stage at stage 2. But yeah, right now we are gonna put some stats into defense. Because eventually, if we do switch to Buddha and just over time, it's just you want to have some kind of health. It's not good just put all your eggs in one basket. This type of game, though, it kind of is kind of good. That's the thing. You see, if we did not put any stat points into our thing and just shoved everything into Blox Fruit, that is a legitimate strat. You can do that. It's just that you're going to have no energy to use the skills. You're going to have no health. So if you don't have elemental thing, you just wouldn't be able to do it. It would be like so difficult and so time consuming because the chances of you dying is higher than you doing damage. Because you only get like 5 health points per level. And at like second and third, like beginning of second C, they do like over like 200 damage per hit. It's not like you're gonna survive that. Well, you would, but like you get what I'm saying. You should get what I'm saying. It's just inefficient as hell. Because certain Blox Fruits can't M1, they can only use abilities, and certain ones just aren't good at damage. Like at all. And like, yeah, and plus, if you don't use Blox Fruit, if you're not gonna use like, well, okay, here's the thing about Aura. Aura is helpful past the 0 and first upgrade for everything, because it increases your damage resistance. So you obviously want it, even if you're just doing like pure Blox Fruit. But the problem is, though, you wouldn't be able to like upgrade it all because you can't M1 with the standard attacking. So you'd have to only like really level it up by getting hit. And you can't deal damage because you have no health because you didn't put anything in Blox Fruit. You usually can't take that much damage unless you go back to like the first area, because what you could do, like the first island, because it's 1 point for every time you get hit, not for the amount of damage you get taken. But then again, you have to be sitting there and trying to get how many points in total do you need? 60,000. So you would be hit 60,000 times just to get full body to get the max damage debuff. Which is insane. Because I don't think, because people might, because like I said, you could do that. There is a way. It's just so inefficient. I don't know why anyone would. No one would do it, basically. But hey, if you want to do that challenge, or maybe if you want me to try doing that challenge run one day, I can. But I said like damn Bob-omb Battlefield's like way up to King Bob-omb. But if you played Mario 64, you should know what I'm talking about. But yeah. Another reason why, because this, you would also get the damage buff as Buddha, because Buddha you can M1 as Buddha, but you can use your fighting style still because because it's a transformation skill basically. Because you're just like a bigger human, so you do more damage inside that giant form too, because Buddha also has its own attacks. But again, no one uses Buddha for that reason. They use it for the health boost you get from it and the damage boost, because the transformation base gives you a damage boost. But yeah, I think first of all, we're going to save up for Blackleg. Because then we're getting a Hell Kick. I think that's the second upgrade, Hell Kick, or whatever it's called. And Hell Kick. I could probably look this up. I'm pretty sure these guys can't even deal damage to me. Yeah. But that's really annoying. But yeah, things like Hell Kick, I'm gonna call it that until I know what it is. You can only get if you're at certain mastery with the other one. Let me see here. It's not Hell Kick. It's a... What's it called? Death Step. Because this one is Dark Step and that one's Death Step. But yeah, but Death Step, you can only get if you're at 400 mastery with Dark Step, which is kind of like the max level for a mastery. Because God Human needs 400 of every single fire style except for Sanguine Art. And those two are the only ones that actually require other items to unlock them. Everything else is either fragments or money. And the levels are the ones below that. But yeah, but Death Step costs 5,000 fragments too. So we're going to be doing raids. And the thing about raids though is that they cost money to do if you have it. Or you can get it for free at like every 2 hours, kind of like the gacha machine. Or is it every 1 hour? I think it's 2 hours. Yeah, like every 2 hours you can do a raid for free, which allows you to get the fragments. But the problem is when completing a raid, depending on how fast you do it, which is that's why we're kind of gonna have to know when we can do raids, because if we do it too early and we lose, it's just kind of like a waste of fragments. I think we still get some, but not a lot. And I don't think you can get 1,000 for doing one raid. It's like 500 or 400, I think, base, because it also depends on It also really depends on how fast you do it too. Based on your speed, you also get more money. But yeah, if we're fast enough, maybe in this episode we can get Den Dark Step. I thought I could survive. He could just survive that. Anyway. Snowman time. This one will give 5,500. But yeah, you kind of see the patterns. Everything's increasing. That's the boss in the center. Don't want to get him involved. Because like I said, our elemental reflex only works for a certain amount of levels over. I think that Yeti is when it starts to actually coming into effect. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing. Anything to talk about? Talk about. Oh, we only have 3 more mastery until we get a fire column. Didn't realize that, but that's actually pretty damn good. You know, once you reach level 100 for the energy, we're probably going to put a bunch into Blox Fruit. Well, maybe Blox Fruit between attack and Blox Fruit. Because it seems like we're running out of energy actually now. Two more, and then we can level up. Also, we're officially level 100. Now we're over level 100. See, about level 100 is not really considered like a huge milestone in this game. It's just kind of like a passing number. Like all the numbers in this game usually. Unless it's like a different island, it's usually, I think that island is where we go next. That, and then that. Or it's Marineford. No, Marineford's after that. I'm pretty sure. That's too far away. Like, sometimes you do have to fight like this, though. If it's like a light user, you need to see where they are. You see? Still not even at, like, the next level for hockey. Nuclear this island and we still won't be. That's also because we're not using any physical thing. We have elemental reflex. This is also why you kind of want to save fruits like Flame. Because I probably shouldn't have switched, but again, it's just that good of a fruit. You kind of want to. Because what happens is you want to, okay, that's a close range move. You want to get hits that we can get more points for hockey without just having to do physical punches. But, at the same time, that's also taking damage. There's something you kind of don't want to do. But you might have to. It's technically the more efficient way of doing it, I should say. Not the right way. Or a good way. Because all you're doing that way is basically just increasing, like, just standing there and taking damage as you punch. But at the same time, no one really plays like that. It's just because it's a fighting game. You don't want to get hit in a fighting game. Also, health is usually not the highest stat that someone has. It's usually like attack, Blox Fruits, sword, gun. Not gun. Usually, because gun kind of you get a gun later on. It's never like this early in the sea, so you usually never spec into it. I could be wrong that it might be good later in like 3rd sea. But yeah, I don't know a single person that specializes in gun. So you know what? That might be actually a good run, maybe. Like a gun-only run? To know why the hell it exists. Because gun, I understand, like, some attacks are like cannon, which is pretty good. It does a lot of damage at once, but like, it's like something you switch to fire and then switch back off of. Which also might be why it's so good. It's that you're not focused on it, so it might just be for extra damage. But at the same time, it's like, why waste stat points? When there's so many other good stats out there, like attack and defense, which is what you need to basically survive. Don't know why anyone would do like other stats. Like gun. Sword is understandable though. Sword makes sense because it's sword and they have good abilities. And you can find like at least like one melee and one sword like on every single island. I think also this level's at level 110, which means, yeah, they're gonna be able to hit us. Yep, like that. Forgot, what is the ability? All of them have an ability. Oh, it's the same as the gorilla. Looks like as long as you don't have a second ability. Ooh. You have to be careful because of that move. It can it kind of gets priority, as I like to call it. basically, even if you attack, it will still hit you. And it can actually knock you out of your attack, if I remember correctly. So you kind of want to bait it and then deal damage. Like that. Booyah. Boom. Yep, 3 minutes, and that guy comes back. So just do Snowman again, and so he respawns, then we do him, because he gives a lot of, the quest for him gives a lot of EXP and money. Actually, let me do this quest, and we're gonna get Dark Step. Yeah, we made it in this episode. Bunch up. There's always one that goes farther than the rest. Yeah, during the fire column animation, you don't actually gain any more stamina. Yeah, now we can see him regenerate, though, for a little bit before they respawn. Oh, love user. Huh. Yeah, that's the love bird thing, so that's a love user. Weird. Love is one of those fruits I don't think is actually that good, but, they use it? Oh. Well. I know what kind of player they are now. Buddy, it's not even that many Buddy. Oh, I think he wanted to die. I think he just came here to kill me. We level difference, dude. Why are they... Why? Huh? Like, yeah, the level difference is way too high. I mean, they can't hit me now. God, why the hell did they die to the snowman? Was that, like, intentional? No idea, but let's go get Dark Step. Yeah, our level differences. You can see by the bounty that it kind of is going to be too high. Dark Step user, I'm pretty sure, is all the way over there. At that island. I probably don't have the audio loud enough for the music. That's for a specific reason. Yep, that's because we didn't level up our health a lot. It still does a decent amount of damage. Because this game doesn't have passive gain for levels. It's either you vested it to get that thing, or like, you know how in some games like you still gain attack buff with each level, but you can have stat points to raise it even more, do a specific stat. That's this type of thing. System. Here we are. Yo. Yes. Dark Step Learning. Here we go. Replaces our melee, but also. Yeah, still half legs. But yeah. Kind of weird because we don't have any pockets. But yeah, it's just like Sanji type thing. Does decent damage. Okay, let's head back. By the time we get back, that's probably the end of the episode. But yeah, this is that. We got pretty far actually today. We got a better fruit. Just lame. We got a better fighting style. And we probably won't have enough. Oh, that's right. We probably won't have enough money for another fruit when we get back, though. Well, we should still have a couple. Probably do like 1 or 2 more quests before we run out of time. That's all it's saying is the saw spawned. Yeah. No, you switch teams. Forgot, does human even get any stat buffs? I'm pretty sure they do. It's just usually not as worth it as other things like Sharkman, because Sharkman actually gave buff some water. And I think they get buff for Sharkman Karate, which is pretty nice. But yeah, we're not focused on that. We're just trying to get. Yeah, I think the guy is stuck going too. I think they were just here to kill. Get in the way, maybe? I don't know. Again, this guy should be in 2nd C at least. I'm pretty sure. Or they're just here for the Yeti. Yeti respawn? Yes, it did. Try to let stamina regenerate before we did this. He's gonna slam though, I think. Here, back up. Yep. I missed that. Yeah, ow, ow, ow. Boss is gonna have passive knockback, stuff like that. When they punch you too. At least this knocks back as well, so we can get away. But yeah, we're running out of energy. Smash. There we go. Yeah, we're kind of really out of energy. There we go, though. Yeah, I think around like 40k we'd have plenty of gee, damn it. We got like the last minute of this episode, so we're gonna finish off this quest and end it. You see, now we can use this to make it easier to get Dark Step done. I don't mind which one we get to because they both need to be upgraded. Dark Step's gonna be easier for a bit because it's just that much lower of a level. And because we have the elemental thing, we can just sit here and take all the damage. But sadly, in this game, you also only get mastery for kills only, not damage. Fourth one, spawn back, please. Thank you. Like, Fire Bullet's great for farming because it doesn't knock them back and it does decent damage. The thing though is like Burning Blast and the kick knocks everything back, so it makes it kind of hard to Does this kill? One. Okay, well, if we don't have enough money, we can do like 1 or 2 quests and you go buy that fruit. All right, I'm gonna end this episode off here. So today we got a better fruit, which was Flame. We got a new style, Dark Step, and yeah, and we also got Aura, or Hockey, if you know. If you know, you know. All right, well, I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.